Hi everybody, happy Tuesday. Hope you all had a nice Labor Day, relaxing. I thought this week we'd do a little kind of a crafty project. I'm a big collector of things, and one of the items that I like to collect are oil cans. I don't know where this started from, but I do tend to like anything metal. I like industrial metal. Um, and since I use tin cans and things in my jewelry, I like metal toys, anything colorful metal. Some get taken apart for jewelry, but some are just too cool, so they sit in my studio just for inspiration. But I thought I'd share something that I do with my oil cans to display my jewelry. And I don't recommend this for if you're doing art shows, because everybody's going to look at your display and just be into the display, not your jewelry. I've had that happen with little pendant lights that I've made for my booth. But just for at home to display your personal collection of jewelry, it's a fun idea. And you might have some oil cans laying around in your garage right now. But let me show you some of mine and what I do to turn them into earring trees. So here's a few that I have down here in my studio. And these two are my latest. I just got those last week. Love it. So we're just going to take some oil cans, an old spool of steel wire, and you could use brand new steel wire too that you get at the hardware store. Some wire cutters, hammer, and a couple of like a rounded and a flat nose plier. And we're going to turn them into earring trees. And sometimes I just use them. They make great ring holders. I have that one just normally up in the kitchen above my sink. And then I like old wooden things too. But how cool would that be if you just had a bunch of drawers from a dresser that you're getting rid of, or if you happen to see some on the side of the road, grab them. They make neat little display cases. I mean, you could even put hooks and things into the side. I've taken an old drawer here and turned it into my holder for all the pliers. And I have added some pegs on the side. It's just kind of fun. A good way to repurpose things that you find, or maybe just have in your studio. And here's some of my too cool to use in jewelry, but I just keep them in the studio. Alright, let's make some earring trees. I think I'm going to start with this new little itty bitty baby oil can I got last week. And the opening on it's a little bit smaller, but this copper wire that I have fits perfect. So, let's see. I usually run some in there first to see how far. It's got a little bit of a curve, so I don't need to put too much in there. About right there, I can start it. And then just kind of freeform bend with my round pliers. Maybe go to there. And just do some twists. I'm just gonna guess. Cut off a little bit. I'm just gonna twist this all the way to the center. And then that will become the other side of the arm. Twist it back. center. And I'm just going to twist it around that main bit that goes into the oil can. I think I'm going to hammer the little hoops down here. Let's bring a little steel block over here to the bench. And just tap. Kind of flatten that out. I just like the way that looks. Flared. Oh, looks like a little bug antenna. And I think I'm going to put these little flower earrings on there. Whoops. I could patina that copper too and darken it all up. Wants to spin around there. Actually, you could take more wire and come from the center and then wrap it around to kind of keep it from moving, but it's alright. Let's do something for this big one. Take some of the steel wire. Do some zigzags. I'll go ahead and flatten this. And on this one, we'll add some wire to create the other branch. And I'm going to flare. I like to have the ends flared. It just looks more finished. I'm just kind of twisting it around the center piece and end it up. Knocking stones off my bench here. Okay. Kind of spins around. I'm going to hammer some of that. See if we can tighten that up. Kind of just flatten the twisted wire right in the center to make those arms a little more stable. front of me. You can see in front of my apron better. Yeah. So just kind of a fun little project. You can crank out a few in no time. Just makes a nice way to see your collection. Yeah, so it's just a fun, simple little project to make some trees to display your collection. That way you can look and see it all the time. It's not hidden away in a jewelry box. And you can go simple or elaborate with lots of twists. This one's pretty simple. I hope you enjoyed that. And there's lots of other things I'm sure you could turn into earring trees. I'd love to know if you make any. See you next week.